Hi crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm Georgia and we are so happy that you are with us today. Guess what time it is? It's paper pumpkin time! We are so excited about this new paper pumpkin. It is full of strawberries, blueberries, bread and cheese, and the most adorable little cart. We're going to make one with you, and we have 10 more to share with you. Alternatives that we think you will really like. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. The first card we're going to make is called a stepper card, and it has just a few cuts in it and also some score lines. So let's go ahead and get started on this. You'll need to bring in your trimmer, and you're going to take a base card that is 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to turn your paper on your 5.5 side, and you're going to put a tick mark right in the middle. And we know that the middle of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So we're going to put a little tick mark right on 2 3/4 right here. Now we have to start making a cut line. We're going to go ahead and put a tick mark at 3, and that's where we're going to start cutting. Let's put that into our trimmer. And right where we put the tick mark at 3, line this up in the canal at 2 3/4, and our tick mark is right here. And we are going to cut 3 inches. So we have it right here at 3, and we're going to cut down to 6. Okay? And now we're going to do some score lines. So we're simply going to turn our paper on the 8.5 inch side, and we are going to make some score lines from this cut line. So go ahead and put it at 1 1/4. Make sure you have this cutting blade moved out of the way and bring in your scoring blade. Line it up with your cut line and just score down. Now you're going to move it over to 2 inches and do the same thing. You're going to score from your cut line over to the edge. And now we're going to continue moving it over to 3 1/8. We're going to do the same thing. Score up to your cut line. One more score line at 4 1/4, but this time we're going to score the entire length of the paper. So go ahead and give it a score. And we have our final score, which is 6 1/8. We're just going to line that up and score right to the middle again. So everything is scored to the middle except for this one, and that's at the 4 1/4. So now let's take a look at that for just a second. We can see that we have a score line right here, and we do not have it cut far enough. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in at 2 3/4, and we are simply going to make sure that we have cut our line from the top score line to the bottom score line. So let's do that now. 2 3/4. We're going to bring in our cutting blade, and we're just going to run it up to the first score line and down to the last score line. And you can see that we now have it cut exactly the way we need it. And let's look at how we fold this. It's very creative. This one is a mountain. The next one is a valley. This one is a mountain, and it matches this one, right? So it just very naturally does this. This one is a valley. And there we have it. Go ahead and bring in your bone folder and just make sure that you have creased everything really well. And even crease these score lines underneath this flap, because that will ensure that it really stands up perfectly. And look at that. You have your stepper card. And now all we have to do is take the beautiful papers that they have from your paper pumpkin and get this decorated. So what we have done is we have simply punched out this adorable cart that comes with the kit. We have a little piece of bread that comes with the kit. We punched out some of the flowers that come with the kit. And then look at this. You get some tags, and we simply use the stamps to stamp love you a whole bunch and thinking of you. And we're going to use those. Now the next thing we did is we simply cut some coordinating paper that we thought would look really pretty with this gorgeous grape cardstock. And so we are simply going to lay this down on our card with some glue. And the measurement of this piece of paper is 2.5 by 4. And I want to remind you that you can simply go over to creativemomentsbyg.com for the measurements of this card if you haven't written them down. Now the next one that we want to do is this one. We're just going to put a small little piece right there. And the measurement of this is simply 1 by 2.5. Starting to take shape. Now, this piece of paper is going to go on the final step right here in the back, and it is 2.5 by 1 5/8. So let's go ahead and lay this flat just so that we can put it down right here. Get it all lined up. Now we need to also have a strip right here, and it is the same size. It is 1 7/8 by 2.5. Next, what we're going to do is we're simply going to lay down this adorable card, and we are going to just glue it flat. We're making sure that we don't go over this card so that it still fits in an A2 envelope, right? So we're just going to glue this part of it right here. We're going to leave this unglued. See how it goes over the edge? We want to make sure and not glue anything there. So let's just lay down some glue. And on the wheels, I'm only going to put a little drop right there in the center. You don't really need to get your wheels all the way down. Now let's just line this up right at the top, bring it right to the edge. Okay, look how cute that is. Now we want to go ahead and lay a little piece of bread right here because as you can see, we have all this fruit right here. We have blueberries, strawberries, some pineapple or other kinds of fruit, some grapes. So we're going to just put that up on some mini dimensionals and just lay it right there. So now we have the bread on the cart. Isn't that adorable? And now all we have left to do is to go ahead and put our sentiments and add some of these beautiful flowers. So the first sentiment's going right here. We're just going to add it right there with some adhesive. And the next one, we are going to design it. Now make sure that you don't go over this edge right here. You can go above it because you have this much room to fit in an envelope, right? So you can go ahead and make sure your flowers stand up. So that's really nice. So let's go ahead. I'm going to cut off the stem just because I don't think we need it. We're not going to see it. And I'm going to just add some glue to the bottom, not much, staying inside this line right here. And I'm going to put that pick, I think, right there. Oh, look how cute that looks. Let me see how that would look. Okay, and there we have it. What do you think about this card? Isn't that cute? We used the card, the bread, the little tag that you can stamp on, and it sits up beautifully to be displayed on your desk. Our next card that we're going to talk about is a flat pop-up card. And look at this beautiful card. We simply took one of the cards, cut the front mat off, and then created this little box. It's called a pop-up card. And all these cards will have a video listed below this video. So if you want to see how to make these cards, just go to our video that's listed below and it'll tell you exactly how to put it together. But look how cute that is. And we made sure when it lays flat that it doesn't go past the sides because you want to be able to put it in an A2 envelope. And it sits up just perfectly. But I'm going to lay it down because I want you to see how cute it is. Our next one that we did was an interlocking gatefold. Now look at this. How precious is that? We created this frame right here, and then we punched out the white. Now let me tell you a tip about this. When you punch out your initial oval, you need to go ahead and cut out another one and double mat it. Stick two together because that really gives you the stability that you're looking for so that when you close it, it stays closed. That really helps you out. So make sure that you cut two ovals and you glue them together. Look how cute this is. We used that came from the kit. So pretty. This is one of the colors that coordinates with the kit. Next, we created a bridge card. Now this one also folds flat. And when you open it up, we have a bridge right here. Look at that. We have the card right on the inside on this flat panel, and it says, "Love you a whole bunch." Now you can put a white mat right here so that they can write their sentiment on it. But it stands up perfectly on your desk, creating another keepsake. We decided to do, what do you think this is? Twist and pop. Isn't that adorable? And we created panels, 4 panels, using our stamps that they gave us, using our punch outs right here. We stamped our strawberries and we used the new colors to color our strawberries. Don't worry about the measurements on this one or any of them. We do have videos listed below. Next, we decided to do a fun card. We just took all the sentiments and we created a spinner card. We simply took the front of one of the cards they gave us and we cut it off and used that for the inside so that you could write your message. And simply added an arrow to identify which sentiment you select. Such a fun card. Then we did a 2-point card. Look how cute this is. You open it up, thinking of you. Very easy card to make. You have plenty of room to write. You can also add a mat behind so that you have room for your sentiment. We did several layers right here up on dimensionals to really give it that height that we like to have in our cards. Then we have a center flap card. Now look at this one. We use their punch out, we use their cheese, their bread, their flowers. We stamped "Love you a whole bunch," and when you open it up, there's plenty of room to write. Our next card is a fun fold flap card. Isn't that sweet? Oh my goodness, we simply rounded the edges right here on these cards with one of our punches, added the strawberries. You're the pick of the crop. You are the sweetest. Now next, we decided to take one of their cards. It looks like the card, right? Just a normal card. It was like this. But look what we did. We cut around 3 of the edges and left this part attached. We created a flap card right there. Oh my goodness. Now when you do that, of course, there's a hole, right? There's going to be a hole there. So all you have to do is put a white mat right on the back of it, and that way you can decorate the inside. And look, we brought in that adorable basket from our new stamp set that goes on sale July 1. And finally, look at this adorable card. We simply took this card, we traced around it on some coordinating paper, added it to the front, and look at that. We created a flap, added those flowers, and put hello. I mean, how cute is that? We took the envelope and split it and used the backing. We used one of their labels to stamp our sentiment, added some strawberries and blueberries. And finally, oh my goodness, let me show you our last item that we used. Look at what we created with our cute little tote bag. We put this in the Stamparatus so that we could get a really dark hello and get our flowers really stamped so that you could see them. We added a bunch of treats, a little bit of shred, and we are going to give this to a very special person. So we love this little tote bag. Well, crafting friends, what do you think? Did you enjoy this as much as we did? We certainly hope that you did. Please remember, if you were inspired by this video, give us a thumbs up. We sure would appreciate it. And we hope to see you Tuesday and Thursday when we go live on YouTube. So please check out our videos below. Go out and make it a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.